Hey guys, welcome back to Nerds Daily. Today we're going to be talking about something very special. Tonight, at comic book shops all across the country, they will be opening at midnight to have special 70th anniversary birthday parties. 70th anniversary birthday parties? For comic book stores? No. It's for Marvel Comics. Marvel Comics is actually turning 70 years old, and in a lot of comic book shops, they will be opening at midnight to have a special 70th party for Marvel. And if you go to your special party tonight, you're going to be able to get a reprint of Marvel Comics #1, either with the standard cover or with the special edition 70th anniversary cover. So check with your store ahead of time, see if they're going to be open, see if they're going to have the special cover or not. But this basically just reprints Marvel Comics #1. And you get this funky new cover, depending on which version you buy, recreating that classic cover of the Human Torch busting through. But the other big thing coming out at midnight is going to be the Marvels Project #1. Now, the Marvels Project is going to be Marvel's new miniseries that's part of their whole 70th anniversary special. Now, what makes the Marvels Project so incredibly, big deal? What makes it so wonderful? Well, here, let me tell you. As you can see by the cover, you've got classic characters. You've got Namor, the Human Torch, and the Two-Gun Kid. And you're probably thinking, Two-Gun Kid? Who cares about him? Why is he part of it? Well, because part of the Marvels project is going to be taking some of the classic Marvel characters and going back to that time period of the 30s and 40s and making you care about them again. And it's amazing because in this first issue, we are going to see the return of one of the very first characters that Marvel had back when they were, I believe it was back when they were part of Timely. One of the very first characters they had was the Angel. The Angel was a non-superpowered superhero. He was a vigilante, crime fighter detective, a lot like Batman, except he didn't wear a mask. He didn't have a secret identity. He was a vigilante, do-gooder, volunteer guy. And he was one of the more popular characters back in those days, if you believe it or not. And he's just been lost over time with all of the turbulence that the company went through, especially when they shifted owners and whatever. He's just a character that was lost and never heard from again. And this story actually brings him back to a place of prominence within the Marvel Universe. Now, the story that Ed Brubaker has written here is actually very interesting. It's a very character-driven piece. In fact, there's a couple pages of some guys doing some bare-knuckle fighting, but there are some really neat moments. You're going to see some great moments with Namor. You're going to re-see the origin of the Human Torch. You're going to see the final fate of the Two-Gun Kid. And then, of course, the reintroduction of the Angel. For a comic book nerd like me, this is a Nirvana-type storyline. And I'm not talking about being angst-ridden and writing bad poetry and turning it into music. I'm talking Nirvana in the sense of page after page of reference and classic scenes and reverence for the core material. This is one of those things where you can hit Wikipedia, look some stuff up, and have a better understanding of what's going on. Plus, plenty of historical figures and neat little moments from the whole World War II and all the stuff going on with the the Nazis in America getting ready to go to war and all that type of neat stuff going on there. So from top to bottom, front to back, it's definitely a book you want to check out. So these are just kind of a fun little thing if you want to get your hands on a reprint of Marvel Comics #1 and maybe get a special cover while you're at it. But this is definitely a book that you're going to want to check out. The Marvels, is it the Marvels Project? The Marvels Project #1. And tell them Dirt sent you. Won't get you anything special or anything, but I mean, you just